All right, we're recording. Welcome to Training Tuesday. And I know a lot of people couldn't make it tonight, so they're going to watch the recording later, and that's awesome. That is the wonderful thing about doing this. And I have to tell you, it's really awesome that we're not live right now because I smell really bad because I just had garlic, spaghetti squash, sausage, tomato stuff, and it was really good, but I smell garlicky. So you are glad that you're not here. All right, so tonight I'm so excited about what we're going to talk about. I have been, just had this on my heart for so long, and I've been going through, well, I'll just get to it. I'm really excited about the future and about business, because business is a beautiful thing, and that's what we're in, is business. Tonight is going to be all about, and not just this short meeting, but we have another module of the Eric Worre training of Recruiting 20 and 30, which is a focused how to tell people about our product and our opportunity type of training. And the whole module tonight is about finding people to talk to and different ways of talking to them, different creative ways. So that's how we get paid, by the way, is just sharing this product and or the opportunity, depending on what people's needs or desires are, in a creative way. And by the way, that creative way is your own personal brand. As Plexus ambassadors, I was sharing with someone today, you are your own brand of this company. So the way you communicate, the way you build your team, I mean, there's things we all do similarly because we are under the Plexus umbrella, but that is the beauty. You're really like a franchise owner. You're an entrepreneur, and you've created your own brand, your own unique you. And this allows you to do it with only a $34.95 cost, where if you were to start a coffee shop, which, you know, I did, it's a whole lot more than that. Trust me. If you want to know the number, let me know. I will not publish it live on the internet, but I'll tell you. Okay, so I'm kind of in a goofy mood tonight, as you can tell. All right, so we're talking about how do you talk to people. I have talked to a few people. It's really kind of been a theme this week, which is great. I love it when that happens. It means that God's directing me to talk about something. And this is, this is kind of near and dear to my heart. But it's, what do you do if you feel like you don't have anyone else to talk to? Or the first thing usually when you start an endeavor like this, which is just to get this information into people's hands, is who do I know that I can talk to? And I want to encourage you tonight with two specific things. The first thing is, you know more people than you think you do. I guarantee it. And watch this module tonight. If you can't join me right now, then please message me, and I would be happy to arrange to watch it with you at another time, because it's so awesome. Hang on, I'm just going to make sure everybody else is muted. Oh, except for me. I don't want to mute me. All right. So close. There we go. So you know more than people than you think you do, and that's what this module is about. And this is a process of kind of thinking about who you know that might be interested, that you kind of go through a lot in your business. I'm sort of doing it now. I'm sidetracking because I'm sort of relaunching myself. But more importantly, you know more than you think you know, but B, more importantly, if we treat this network marketing business as a profession, it's not just, get rich quick thing. It's just like, wow, this is a skill set that I can learn. And remember that when you invest in yourself, that is something that no one and nothing can ever take away from you. The richest people in the world are people that you can just drop them, and I'm not there, but I want to be there. You can just drop them into anywhere, and they'll be able to create wealth. They'll be able to build a network. They'll be able to connect people together. And those are the skills that we're working on learning as we go through this process. So who you know right now in your current like iteration of yourself is just the starting point for your life, for sharing Plexus. Our lives are really this beautiful creation, this tapestry. We're woven together with all these different people throughout our life, and every day there's people woven into our life. And we, as a professional, whatever we do, we're connectors of one person to something. And God gave me this picture once of me. It was like, I don't know where you are, faith-wise or whatever, but this was really a picture God gave me to show me what he wanted me to see myself as in business. And this picture it was me, and there was this man in a helicopter. It was like a super rich businessman. I don't know why I'm sharing this. It's not on my notes, so hopefully this helps somebody. But this super rich businessman had this helicopter, it was his fancy helicopter, was stuck in the sand, like the propellers were stuck in the sand. And I saw that, and instantly I knew what he needed to get his helicopter out of the sand. I won't share the details, but it was like something that somebody else had. So I went to go get that person to get the thing for that person. That's a perfect example of us as connectors and as professional business people, no matter what we do. If you want to be a valuable person that gets paid well, and also that really brings value to other people, then you're going to learn how to connect people with what they need. And it might be Plexus, or might be something else. You're going to build trust. You're going to build friendships. You're going to build esteem. I've heard Eric Worre say that network marketers have the most rich and full lives. And and it's not the only way. Network marketing is not the only way for residual income. It's not the only way for gaining wealth, but it's great, and it teaches us a lot of skills. So to me, that is really the most valuable thing of the whole endeavor. So our job, like I said again, who is just a starting point. And I'll get more in details in this in just a second. But if you feel like a lot of people get to a point, they're like, oh, I've made it through my warm market list. First of all, A, you probably haven't. You think you have. B, you might need a new skill or a new strategy to talk to people, maybe thinking about things. Again, I always talk about this, is you got to find something that works for you. There's things that people have done that have been very successful for them in the company, and they really haven't worked for me. And when I try and do them that way, I kind of lag behind. So you got to find what works for you. And it's great for them. It doesn't work for me. Something that works for me might not work for you. But you might need to tweak something, or you might need to change a mindset. If you are not sure about something, that's going to come through, and you may not be able to close a sale. I use that word loosely, but you want someone eventually that really wants to buy the product. That's just closing a sale. Or you want your 2-year-old to eat his vegetables. That's closing a sale. But that's just an example. I'm not saying that in particular. That may not be it, but you may need a skill. Also, you just may need to be at that point where you're going to transition from your beginner, I'll say me too, our beginner stage of network marketing to the expert stage. Eric Worre talks about these 3 stages. He might talk about it tonight. The amateur, and then professional. I forgot what the first one is. But, we're pretty much past that. Most of us, where you just think, I'm going to I know 10 people and they're going to make me rich. It's like a lottery. And if you don't win the lottery, this is what you'll run into a lot when you start people. If I don't win the lottery, then I quit, and they're like, network marketing doesn't work for me. He talks about that a lot. But in the middle of that is that process where we're learning these skills to be able to do this on a lifelong basis, because we're going to meet people all through our lives, and we're going to be connectors all through our lives. So, again, we're not in the process of stalking people for Plexus. We're in the process of meeting them and developing relationships with them. Again, our job as a business person, I want you to think about this, is to connect people with solutions to problems. That is it. By getting to know the people, we will determine if Plexus is maybe something that might meet a need for them. We need to get to know people, we connect them with solutions, and maybe we connect them with other people. It makes us a valuable asset, and it's really that simple. It is that simple. We're just connectors. The reason that personal growth, I'm looking at my notes when I'm looking down, the reason personal growth is so important in this business is because you're really the face of the product to that person. People are hungry, by the way, for something to connect to. I gotta hurry up if we want question and answer, which we may not get to. You'll have to message me. People are hungry to connect to someone and something. I mean, people are lonely. People want to be taken care of, customer service wise. If we really have that heart, the heart of a servant, that will come across. If you are fearful, if you are doubting, that will come across. We know that. We hear all that all the time. The great thing about Plexus is that it really meets a huge need for people in the world right now. That's obvious. People are sick. Almost everyone is sick or tired, and everybody knows somebody who's sick or tired if they're not sick or tired. So bottom line is make friends. Make friends first. Make connections first. My husband and I were talking about business networking events. So these are things you can do, not to be a prowler, and try and get someone, but to connect and see maybe you know someone that needs what they have and vice versa. These are the kind of things that are going to make you stand out in the business world. I say don't be in a hurry. I think it's more biblical to take our time, grow our field, tend our crop. It is great to talk to a lot of people about Plexus, but just don't, network market spam them. Eric Worre is going to talk about that again in this module. When you're making your list of people that you know and you're thinking about people, don't be thinking, is this person a Plexus person? Just be thinking about the person. My goal, my personal goal, and how I use those, talk to 5 people a day, talk to 2 people a day, those kinds of things. What works for me, I'm telling you, this is me, is I try and connect with a couple people a day. I'm thinking about building a big net of people that I know, that know me, that if I have a need, I would know where to go. If they have a need, they would know where to go. And once so I meet people. I'm working at being a professional at this. I remember them. I keep track of them. I write them down. I don't assault them first. But if I firmly believe, and I know that this is proven, if we become that kind of a person, and if you talk to really successful people, they are that kind of a person. If we become that kind of a person, then we will never run out of people to talk to. Okay, tonight Eric Worre is going to talk about making a list. And this is a really important part of our job. If you're watching this and you're brand new, which we have a few brand new people, never made your list before, then do this. Don't let it intimidate you. Remember, he's talking about it. I emailed you the notes. Don't think about, is this person interested? Is this person not interested? Your job is just to kind of get the juices flowing. Who do you know? And before, I want to give you one more picture about this. I was talking to a real estate friend today. It's a story night. I was talking to a real estate friend today, and she has 2 new brokers under her. She and her husband own a brokerage, and she has 2 brokers under her. And she's like, well, I asked her how they're doing. And she said, they're doing pretty good, but they need to just get out there and tell people what they're doing. They need to promote themselves. And this is what she said. She said, they just need to contact people. They need to post on Facebook a couple times. I told them what to post. They need to just tell people, hey, I'm doing real estate now, if you know of anybody, or if you're, selling your home or whatever. That's all we're doing with Plexus. And what's great is if you're starting out, that's all you're doing, like for your launch party or your beginning, you're just going to let people know what you're doing and invite them in to something awesome. If you feel like you already have people you've already been through your list. I kind of feel like that. But I encourage you to make a new list and then just start getting out and meeting new people. It may slow down for a little bit, but it'll start to speed up again as you build relationships with people and see that they may have a genuine need that you can meet. Okay, so what also this does is it trains us, I'm going to quick through my notes, it trains us to be aware of the people around us. So pay attention to people and ask questions, start conversations, and listen for needs. Then you have an open door to ask them if they are interested or if they want, we talked about last week, a cup of coffee. If they, hey, I know something that might help you. You may or may not be interested. This has really helped me, blah, blah, blah. Or this has really helped my friend for this reason, blah, blah, blah. You know your stories. You're prepared to briefly talk about the products, and you're off and running. A lot of the training and personal growth we do in network marketing is about wisdom with people. That's because the most successful people make people the most important thing to them, besides God, of course. If we truly want to serve people, which I think everyone here does, then they'll know it. And you just have to be confident that your heart is to serve people. And, it takes time sometimes to wait for the right moment to talk to somebody. And that's where the wisdom part comes in. So Eric Roy does this too, and there's other people. I'm going to, maybe turn you on to some other people too, but they don't prospect them right off the bat. They get to know them, and sometimes you can do that, but usually it takes some time. That's why I posted Wendy's post on our team page. If you haven't read that yet, I put it on there. I said, this is a teaser. Wendy Carr Larson, she's a diamond in our team. She's awesome. She has a great story. Read that story. Read how she felt. And if you can pay special attention to the end, how she feels like she really has a solution for people now, that's the posture that will propel you forward in any business. Is a solution finder. And that doesn't mean you're cramming it down people's throat, but it's a confidence that you have a solution for them and that there is a solution for them. Maybe you can connect them with it if it's not Plexus. Money follows vision. We never want to chase money. We want to chase a vision, and the money will follow that vision. I put keep your eyes on the prize and don't get sidelined by the carrots. I mean rewards. So we can get really sidetracked by, we talk about this a lot, comparing how other people are doing. This person went fast, this person went slow. That's just, we know this, but just it's good to say again, it is not fruitful. It's not fruitful at all. So if you're starting out, just guard yourself against that kind of comparing. You'll end up feeling either like, I'm so awesome, and then the next day you'll feel awful, or you'll just feel discouraged and you'll want to pull the plug. So always be guarding your heart and searching your heart for that kind of thing as well. I told you I kind of got into that because I was trying to do things exactly like some other people, and I knew it didn't work for me, but I just kept trying because I was a people pleaser. I'm confessing, people pleaser. But, I'm getting free. God's setting me free. And I'm very confident in the particular DNA that God gave me that I am made for. So I am going to be my own brand of Plexus. I'm also very confident that God's going to bring the right people to me to lead, to walk with, to be with on this journey. And if we're all exactly alike, then, we'll only reach a certain kind of person, right? So why not be yourself? All right. So that's it. Again, I just want to recast that we're going to start. I do not have time for question and answer. I'm so sorry. But those of you that are on the call, I know you, and I know you can message me. Actually, maybe we'll do quick question and answer. I keep changing my mind. That's bad. Okay, finally, just go for it. You can do it. I want to mention again that my vision or my calling is to help people do this business on a really part-time basis, not a 60 or 80 hour a week. So when you're listening to Eric Rory, he's talking about doing a push. I want you to think about the principles. If you want to work that much, that's great. But when I'm working, which I have set business hours, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I am going to focus on my Plexus business. And this will help me to do that. I like his professionalism, and he is a pro. So I'm going to learn. Not an 80 or 60 hour week. I said that. Go team. You can do it. Woohoo! Pick a training resource and go for it. Again, these are kind of recaps of last week. You're the captain of your own ship. I recommend everyone, I'm going to put a book recommendation at the bottom of this. I would really encourage everyone to get by Danny Johnson. It's called First Steps to Wealth. And it is a more holistic success book, but she made millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars in network marketing. She is very successful in every area of her life. And I'm going to give you that. It's free. Also, find people you like. Find people in Plexus you like, outside Plexus, someone that matches your DNA. You're the captain of your own Plexus ship. And then finally, last thing I'm going to say is don't be hard on yourself. If you don't get to diamond in 4 months, if you don't give up, if you keep learning, you will make it as much as you want. You can get whatever you want out of this, but you're going to come across obstacles. You're going to come across growth periods. And it's going to require you to learn new skills to go forward. It's going to require you to get over maybe people pleasing like me or something. And that is our moment to become who God puts on the earth to be. And you're not alone. So there's always someone around you, and I am totally here to help you if I can. And I know the one who can. That's Jesus. All right. The standard for network marketing success is after 3 years, you've learned enough to get your products paid for. After 5 years, you're making an income. And after 7, you're a pro. Like you are a world-class professional. Plexus majorly shortcuts this, by the way, because the comp plan's so good. But remember, you're learning a new skill. If you went to school, you wouldn't expect no investment. And we talk about this a lot, but I don't want you to give up if you aren't at diamond yet. Celebrate your small victories and go for it. So don't give up. All right. So actually, yeah, let's go ahead. And I don't know. I see I don't know if people are calling in. I know there's a couple people. I'm going to, actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the recording and I'm going to let you guys ask questions so that this is a short meeting. So I'm leaving, but do not hang up. If you're on the call and you want to ask a question before we start the training real quick, and if you don't want to ask a question, that's fine too. Okay, so for everyone who's watching us recorded, goodbye. Stop recording.